Alright, somewhere in this pile of sticky notes, because I'm possibly exaggerating when I tell you I have 70 something sticky notes on my desk. Somewhere here, this one. I've got, what, 3 sentences, 3 lines written on it of what I'm going to talk about today. This is planned. I'm prepared for this. This is professional, high quality content. Because I'm here to play video games. And that's a professional thing to do. People get paid for that. So, thus far, granted I've only found the Zaid, but thus far, I'm disappointed with our DLC content guy. This is very one-dimensional. I'm told that he opens up, if you can feel my air quotes, he opens up later, but he didn't give us a whole lot thus far, beyond having an extra squad member to go save Archangel, aka Garrus, who got his face blown off, but you can't tell which side of the face is the side that got hurt, because he's a horrible spiky monster. And I've got this guy going nuts on my Discord. I'm just gonna mute him. Freaking Hungarians never shut up.
You've received a new message at your private terminal.
Cool, emails for me to ignore. Alright, so we're at Omega. We're going to continue being at Omega. Here, we've got a nice shot of it. Because even though I never left, we're docking again. So as we can see, it's some satellite space station thing built into an asteroid. Which, on paper, makes sense, and I condone. But as we just saw in that specific picture format, alright, Garrus is hurt, he got blown up, so I'm not going to drag him along yet. We're going to stick with these two guys. Alright, I have 3 points, although I can only use 2. This background music is loud. I used that a lot, so let's hit that and keep going. So now we gotta go somewhere over here. So we gotta find
receiving quarantine warnings about
Morton.
the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also run searches for reports on Archangel. The various mercenary groups appear to believe that he is dead.
Which is a good thing for Garrus. In this instance, for the time being. Till Archangel surfaces again. Anyway, as I was saying, Omega, Afterlife, being part of Omega here, is a space station built into an asteroid. Which I condone. Make an asteroid hollow, and you sink an O'Neill cylinder inside of it. Works great. But as we saw during that cutscene landing sequence for the Normandy, the wireless keyboard's working great too.
End is not.
I said a lot.
Complaining is pointless, human. There's a plague. Nobody gets in or out.
You can't keep me out. I live in there.
I'm doing you a favor, lady. If you go in, the guards will cut you down.
You can't do this. Everything I own is in that apartment.
Quarantine's something we're all used to now.
I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in till the plague has run its course.
So you're saying the slums are completely sealed off?
Finally, a human that can hear. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You can't keep me out. I'm gonna lose all my stuff.
I'm doing you a favor, human. Anybody in the quarantine zone will be dead from the plague or the gangs in a few weeks.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solis in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck. The area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone. Then go in and clean up.
Listen, you're stuck here till this quarantine's over. That could take weeks. What you really need is to get this problem solved right now. That's what I do. Solve problems. Let me in and I'll get this district straightened out.
You think you can fix this? Why not? Quarantine is more to keep infected people in anyway. I'll radio ahead, tell them you're coming in.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Because a grenade launcher solves everything.
Good thing we're immune. Really good thing.
Like how Zaid has no comment. As I said, he's a veritable bounty of new additional content. Why do I have to pick again? I already have these guys with me. That's dumb. Yes. Cheesy poofs. Alright. So, space station, asteroid, good thing. But as we all saw in the landing sequence, the way it's built doesn't make sense. How is that particular method going to build artificial gravity? And let's say, as I've discussed in previous episodes, the element zero gravity, artificial gravity panels for the floor, which wouldn't work if it did work, but let's say it does work. It's going to be expensive.
They're cleared to come in.
I almost shot him anyway when he stuck his head up like that. Dumb Turians. Nope, nothing to say. Alright. So even if you could do that, it would still be cheaper and easier to build the space station. You take your asteroid and you hollow it out, and then you just sink an O'Neill cylinder inside the hollow asteroid and use it already spinning to generate the artificial gravity inside the O'Neill cylinder. Potentially,
Blue Suns and Vorcha shooting anything that moves.
potentially you could increase its rotational speed so that you could create whatever level of gravity you needed.
Grabbing cover!
And either of those things
In the streets.
would be
Great control at its most basic. Pile the bodies in the street and burn them.
oh, there's a line of original dialogue. And some rocket engines to accelerate the spinning of
Human.
an asteroid is going to be cheaper than a space station worth of
Plague.
gravity-generating floor panels.
To even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Get away from me, human. Your kind has done too much already. Your plague did this to me. Your faint pity is the final insult.
I need to find Morden Solis.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the Vorcha burn Morden and his clinic to the ground. I hope you... I hope... Damn it. Damn you. Can't...
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague, but it might help a bit.
Alright, my mouse worked that time. I don't know why on the previous options I couldn't do anything, but it worked that time. I don't know.
You help me. Why?
It's what I do. I don't know if I can find a cure for this plague, but I'm gonna try.
That little nod there sells it. That was a good
Maybe it's the fever.
addition.
But as you said, what have I to lose? What do you wish to know?
I need to find Morden Solis.
He has a clinic on the far side of the district. He's taking in refugees, offering to help those infected with the plague. I was afraid to go to him before. He is dangerous, but perhaps he can help.
What makes Morden worse than dying from plague?
The Blue Suns tried to press him for protection money. He killed them, stunned them with some kind of toxin, then gunned them down. He's not just a doctor. Doctors don't execute people and display the bodies as a warning.
Ah, so he's a combat doctor.
When I find Morden, I'll tell him about you. If he has a cure, I'll make sure someone gets it to you.
Thank you. My time is running short, but at least you have given me a flicker of hope to brighten the darkness of my final hours. I want to die. Whatever Morden is, I will risk it if he can reach me.
I should go.
Goodbye.
If he can stand, I don't think he's that far gone. And I don't know, I had something else. And I forgot. Well, that's convenient. The grounds are right next to each other. Almost a bus like they're supposed to be. And no one puts a ground bus in the middle of a circuit board. That's dumb.
The Blue Suns came by this morning and did something to my door. Now it won't open. Turned out the circuit's failing. They said they were trying to control the spread of the plague. But I'm not even infected. Must be some kind of distortion racket.
Damn trillions. Damn. Being a space station, I feel like there's a lot of wasted space.
You're up.
I mean, look how wide this hallway is.
Don't let him spread the plague. Taking cover.
I'll play gear spread.
No shields!
Have a nice trip.
Catch.
Firing an impact shot.
So, I don't know how cutting an asteroid in half and then mounting your space station onto the flat surface from your equatorial cut is going to do you any good. I bet that smells good.
This looks interesting.
Modified assault rifles. Everything's got to be modified. So, unless, you're going through all the effort to cut this thing in half, equatorially, and then you can use those two halves as end caps for your cylinder. That would work. But then you have to go through the effort of cutting everything in half and then separating those two halves so that you can mount on the flat faces to take advantage of their rotational momentum. But That is probably
Oh, thank God you're human.
more expensive.
Saw that door open, we thought those Turians had found us.
It's probably more expensive than scooping a hole out of it.
Ever since this plague started, the Blue Suns have been out to get us. They're killing as many people as the disease.
Why are the Blue Suns hunting you?
We didn't do anything. Pretty much every non-human in the district wants us dead.
They think we caused the plague. Humans aren't getting sick, and that's all the evidence they need. God knows how many of us they've already killed.
They should be looking at the Vorcha, not us. Ever since the plague hit, they've been taking over Blue Sun's territory.
What else can you tell me about the plague? When did it start?
The first cases cropped up about 2 weeks ago. Nobody paid much attention until it started to spread. Usually takes about a week to kill you, but it spreads fast. 3 days after the first outbreak, there were over 50 known cases.
That's when everyone noticed humans weren't getting sick. Then the quarantine came down and everything went to hell.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Oh yeah, him. He's got a clinic on the other side of the district.
Heard he's taking in refugees now, trying to help plague victims, offering protection from the Suns and the Vorcha.
Sure. A doctor with military-grade mechs helping people for free. On Omega, grow up.
Sounds like you don't think much of the doctor in his clinic.
The Vorcha tried to muscle in. He gunned them down. Just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Didn't even use his mechs.
Then the Blue Suns heard he was sheltering humans and they went to burn down the clinic. He killed them too. Then he went inside and got back to work. He's cold. Must be Solarian Special Forces or something.
Well, we know he's Solarian Special Forces. I guess they don't know that, though.
You can't stay trapped in his apartment. If you get to Morden's, you might at least survive until the quarantine ends.
Are you nuts? We'd never make it. The streets are crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha. We don't even have pistols.
Besides, I'm not risking my life on a rumor that some Solarian might offer me sanctuary.
I know you're scared, but your only hope is to get to Morden's clinic. I'm gonna be under fire from the Blue Suns and the Vorcha, so I can't take you with me. But I promise you this. I'll do what I can to leave a safe path for you to follow me. It's risky, but I think it's your only chance.
Okay, you're right. We'll never make it if we stay here. We have to try. We'll wait here for a while and give you time to clear the way. Then we'll head for Morden's clinic, if we're lucky. Maybe we'll meet you there.
I'm not going to loot their stuff. That's his wall safe. I can make a lot of political comments, but that's not what we're here for. I'm supposed to be talking about crappy space stations. Theoretically, if you had cut the asteroid in half, it could work. But then you'd have to be stacking rings onto it instead of buildings. So the way it looks, the floor is on the flat cut part of the asteroid, on the that equatorial plane I mentioned. And so you would be rotating on the wrong axis. So I don't see how it does anyone any good to build under that method. Long story short, it's dumb. It's wrong. It won't work.
Firing an impact shot. Target down. I've got him.
Alright. I don't know.
This'll put him down.
Now, another interesting thing with this quarantine plague business, that it doesn't affect humans, but it affects other races of aliens. I could see perhaps affecting Turians, because they have, you know, RNA-based DNA. I know that's not how it works, but you know what I mean. They're based on RNA, not DNA. So, presumably, things that work on them wouldn't work on us, and vice versa. Why am I still charging?
Got a charger.
Now you do something, Jacob. I was like, I was looking at this menu there, and it wasn't working. It was out, and now Saeed's down because there's so many of these knuckleheads. Alright, burn off his shield or his armor.
My shields are down.
Alright, so one down. These guys just heal way too fast. For any... Another Krogan. This is probably one of those things where they're just going to keep coming until I get through it. Isn't that somebody else's line?
Shotgun.
What happened to my shield boost? That's what I'm thinking. Burn off this guy's armor. Oh, look, another one with armor.
Moving to cover.
Oh man. In these games.
Alright. Problem solved. Change guns. Thank you. I don't like how that menu works. Especially with, you know, this not being... I've always played as the soldier before. You get all 5 guns. Since they threw the grenade launcher on top of the pistol, the shotgun, the sniper rifle, and the assault rifle. I mean, hell, they're even adding submachine guns on top of that, so... I don't remember if you get 5 or 6 guns, but you get to carry all kinds of guns. Shepard's
Looks
just
like we're in Fortune territory.
a walking
Both
armory.
sides have given up a lot of turf. That doesn't bode well for them.
Yeah, because you just know where the turf lines lay already. We're not from Omega. Why would he know that? Alright, at least we know we're going the right way to the clinic.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
Dealt with mechs before. Granted, I like Battletech, so those are the wrong kind of mechs.
Morton's around here somewhere. Go talk to him. We need all the help we can get. Professor, we're running low on Suboxone.
Morton saved my life. I owe him everything.
This clinic is a sanctuary. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. It made me sick.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I mean, everybody's looting everything. So as I was saying, I can understand with the RNA, just Turians being affected, but why everyone except humans?
Professor Morden Solus?
That doesn't make sense.
Don't recognize the area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else. Vorcha. Crew to clean them out. Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No. Too many guns. Not enough data equipment. Soldiers. Not scientists. Yes. Hired guns. Maybe. Looking for someone. Yes.
I'm just gonna let him ramble. Let's see what happens.
Valuable. Someone with secrets. Someone like me. Me. Looking for me. Why? Who are you? What do you want?
At first, this whole goofy scientist thing is funny. Kind of alien Sherlock Holmes. But I'm not a huge fan of Morden. Don't get angry at me. I'm just not. And...
Do you ever pause for breath?
Sorry. I'll try to slow down. No. Can't do it. No time. Who are you?
I'm Commander Shepard, and I'm involved in a critical mission. I need you to come with me.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
Who sent you? So after this initial contact, when you're recruiting him and making nice, and just the more I deal with him, the more annoying he gets, in my opinion.
Funded human group.
Related to plague. Doesn't affect humans. Human-centric interest. Few human groups would know me. Equipment suggests military origin. Not Alliance standard. Spectres. Not human. Terra firma too unstable. Only one option. Cerberus sent you. Unexpected.
You're very well informed. How did a Solarian scientist hear about Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Why request Solarian aid?
I'm on a mission to shut down the Collectors, and I need your help.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
I mean, that sounds pretty simple to me. Kill the Vorcha.
I'll get in and deal with the Vorcha.
What the hell was that?
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before district suffocates. Here, take plague cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future. I hope.
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
Let's head for the environmental plant.
Guy talks so fast. Like, I can't even get a word in edgewise. But, I've already ranted nicely on Solarians in the past. I'm still trying to figure out how / why something would not affect humans, but every other race. As I was getting at with the whole DNA / RNA thing, I could see something being divided so it would affect Quarians and Turians, because they both have RNA-based structures.
I'll take it.
But then, if it affected Turians and Quarians, then the Vorcha and the Batarians and the Solarians and everyone else wouldn't be affected. And if it did work on them, then I would think humans would be included, and the Turians, and the Quarians would be excluded. I think this is the way to go? I don't remember. Must be. My hand cannon. I always thought that was a cool name. It's one of my favorite guns in the game. And that's saying something, since I think the game kind of ruined guns. It's part of why I was willing to play non-soldier characters I usually do. Can't I move? Thank you. Alright. I could see something being, you know, whatever the plague is, a virus, being tailored so that it only affects a specific species, such as humans, or Turians, or Batarians. But I still don't see it being reasonable to affect everyone except humans. That would definitely have to be something made. I feel like the likelihood of that being a natural development is very, very low. Alright, there's one down. Oh, and he's gonna explode. Run away! So, I think that, kind of like Morden was thinking there, goes back to collectors. But we know the collectors are after humans specifically. So why would they build something that hurts everyone except humans? I guess that would be so that they could, you know, send in this plague, infects and kills everyone and everything except humans, and then they come in with their stasis swarms after the fact to be able to harvest just the humans without interference. But that's just, you know, kidnapping with extra steps. Alright, so I need blue. With a little bit of white at the bottom. This one. And white at the top, blue and orange, that one. And more white at the top with some blue. What if those actually say anything? But if I actually sat up straight in my chair, I might be able to read that. can hear the people coughing, but we can't find the people. That's interesting. Now, it does make sense. You know, we're on a space station, and shutting down the environmental systems is definitely going to cause problems quickly. And will certainly cause less problems for the Vorcha, since they're, for lack of a nicer way to put things, sentient rats. The caustic environment's bad atmosphere isn't going to affect them as much. And, you know, over their short
I'm telling you the truth.
lifespans.
I work for Morden at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
No, those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we'll kill your friend.
Pull that trigger and you're breathing through a new hole in your head. Let him go and you walk away.
Oh, God.
You must think Batarians are stupid. What's to stop you from killing us if we let him go?
Let him live, I let you leave. Kill him, I do the same to you.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
We had a deal.
Human nobility. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Well, when you're not pointing guns at us, we're often reasonable people.
Gonna kill me. Morden sends you to find me?
Yes.
The professor could use your help right now. He's got too many patients and not enough volunteers.
Yeah, okay. I'll go right away. Thanks again. I owe you.
Shut up.
Everything.
Now, did he give us the cure? Or do we already have it? It doesn't matter. What's going on here?
Incoming.
That was awfully non-specific.
Sit down.
Got him.
And that is why I like the hand cannon. I'm okay with a nice double tap being effective. Too many, what's the acronym? TTK? Time to kill? Something like that? Those of you, rockets! Familiar with things like Call of Duty. So I used to play that back when Modern Warfare 2 was hip. That was my thing. Haven't played it in like 10 years, but it was one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not gonna stay there and fight all those goons. Like, I'm already 40 minutes into this. I gotta do other fun stuff. Speaking of wasting time, I don't know, if you can think of some way, you know, when I was getting at earlier, how the Omega space station built the way it is, or the way we can see it being built. You can think of some way that that works, makes sense. Put it down in the comments. Explain it. Enlighten us. Near as I can tell, near as I can understand, building your space station that way is dumb and wouldn't work. And while I have even less knowledge in the field of biology and infectious diseases, if you have any idea why or how some flavor of plague, as we've been dealing with, could affect all of these different races, but not humans. Please elaborate. I think, at the very least, even if humans aren't affected, I don't think Turians would be affected either, because the RNA and DNA systems are so different.
Hostiles incoming.
Got a line.
Gotcha.
Alright. So, we can explain that down in the comments too. Educate me. Educate all of us. That's what we're here to discuss science inside the science fiction.
Come on over.
And make everybody a little smarter. Alright, Mr. Krogan. I'll forgive you because you're not human and maybe don't understand how the genders work. But a femshep here is not a man, and therefore won't be using man's weapons. She'll be using women's weapons. And you'll be just as dead, as I've already showcased, because you've already despawned. Right, sorry. Trash talking NPCs does so much good. But I'm not sure how...
We're close to the environmental controls. Let's get that cure in, then hit the fans.
how that reflects on the writer, or the writing of those lines of dialogue.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
Well, there's your proof. Collectors are giving stuff to the Vorcha.
Collectors want?
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air. We kill you first. Ah.
Heavy weapon. Get down.
So, that's probably exactly what happened. Collectors are using the Vorcha as middlemen to get this plague on Omega. To kill everyone that isn't human. So the collectors can come in. I can't let this guy heal. They're gonna come in and take everyone that's still alive, you know, that's human.
You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
Cure's locked in. Once we get the fans going, we should be good.
Firing an impact shot. Yeah!
I have located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in now.
Headshot! You're done!
This'll put him down.
Hope it does.
Come on over!
Start off this way. Reload the little pew pew again. How many guys are in that room? Nasty. I don't remember it being so nasty. You gotta dump a whole magazine to kill one Vorcha.
One down, one to go. Let's move.
You either need bigger guns or perhaps. Okay, just insta-kill both my guys. I'm not going to unity them since they're all down there with Vorcha still. And they'll just get insta-killed again. Heal faster than my shields recharge. Alright. I'll take that.
My shield.
Do it again. That works. We can make him break cover. Give him something else to shoot at. This is ridiculous. Alright. Now we'll try the Unity. There's just the one guy down there. And we'll hit him with fire. Level up the powers a couple more times. I won't even need guns anymore. I hope you are. Did he just get sucked into the fans? That's brutal. Right, this is why I saved the hand cannon. It's at range. Actually makes hits. How do they shoot that fast? Like, I want belt-fed rocket launchers, which is a reference to a Deep Rock Galactic, because that has belt-fed rocket launchers, and I still think that's one of the coolest things, even if they're relatively underpowered for the game. And we're gonna die.
Krogan incoming.
Right. I don't know why the drone didn't do any damage, but at least got him to turn around. He didn't drop him, he just threw him. Goodness. Maybe Jacob's actually useful.
Both fans are up. That should be it.
Alright.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Fortune retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me. For a second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
I made a promise to spare them if they let you go. I honor my promises.
Merciful of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said.
That was definitely a Lydia
Good kid,
moment
bit naive.
for my
You'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Forge are gone.
headcanon Shepard. She's non-negotiable hard line like that, but sticking to the line that she chose.
We've cured the plague. Are you ready to help stop the collectors?
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
We're heading out. See you in the Normandy.
Get a little bit of a smile there, which is another cultural thing between the humans and the other races. Like, who's to say that his smile, his facial expression, means the same thing that our smile / facial expressions mean? Too many questions.
The Normandy, Professor.
Maybe not
It's an
enough
honor to
written
have you on
lore.
board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
Alright.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
The collectors have been abducting colonists from the fringes of the Terminus systems. No distress signals are sent out, no signs of attack.
There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all. Except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas.
You don't have to sit there and guess. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There is a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
The ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board. Non-human crew members. Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists need to identify, neutralize technology, need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
Speaking of the professor, he reminds me of my high school physics professor that did that thinking out loud, no filter kind of thing like Morden here. Which was especially funny when he would, type something on the computer and or make a mistake and just starts yelling at the computer. Like, in class. Those are the good old days.
Shepard, how can I help?
Upgrades.
Any ideas on
Upgrades,
other ways
people.
to prepare
Upgrades.
for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
I mean, that's how things work. If it's expensive, it's therefore valuable, right? I mean, we know what he means, but... Alright, I'll buy some stuff. I did my 55 minutes. It's a little short, but I can put my laundry away and do other, people stuff. I just can't see any way in my head to make that particular shape of the Omega space station work. Unless somehow it's cheaper to cut an asteroid in half and then mount all of those all those artificial gravity panels onto it. And I don't see how doing two things is cheaper than just digging out a hole to put your space station inside of, which is only one thing. I don't remember that shaking. Is that supposed to be vibrating? That makes me uncomfortable. It's gonna explode. Alright. Quit before the engine explodes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that obligatory YouTube stuff.